Hey, it's Jamie. That's me here. Welcome back to the channel. Listen, we have to talk about the Grammys, okay? The Grammys did a much better job last night than they have in the past few years, and I have to give them their things as they gave the artists their things as well, okay? In Black History Month. Come on. Now, before we get into that, we got to get into some things that's happening around the world. And there were a few stories, well, really two stories that I came across that definitely kind of like had me a bit shook just a bit. And I wanted to share that with you guys. One of the stories will start off. This is a very unfortunate situation, but it also is not a fully sad situation. Well, it's fully sad, but I want to say there is a happy ending, but I feel like the ending is continuing to happen. All right. So there is this story about this woman out in Columbus, Georgia. Don't know if you guys heard about this or not, but it appears that she may have been in an abusive relationship. I am not sure, but what we can say for sure is that I guess there was an altercation that may have happened between her and her boyfriend that led to him stabbing her 37 times and shooting her twice. Okay, I do believe she got shot once in the face, once in the shoulder after being stabbed 37 times. Okay, that is absolutely crazy. But she did survive. All right, she survived, and I bet you he was banking on her not living. Okay, I'm sure he was banking on that. And we are going to get into some of those details here. And we'll also check out a news clip and some other things. All right. So I just wanted to get into that story really quickly. All right. So they're saying a victim stabbed 37 times. All right. They're saying the suspect in the shooting and stabbing case, which happened at a local apartment complex, made his first court appearance recently. They're saying he's a 50-year-old guy named Philetto Daniel. He appeared before the recorder's court judge, David Ranieri. He faces charges of aggravated assault, possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, and possession of a knife during the commission of a crime. All right. They said the charges are related to an incident that took place on January 17th. Okay. And he showed up in court about 10 days after that. And 10 days after him showing up in court, we're still learning that the woman that he brutalized so bad, in my opinion, is still kicking, still. I believe they took her off a ventilator recently to where she's able to breathe on her own. So she is definitely surviving, from my understanding. So that is some good news. But my thing is, why have y'all not charged this man with attempted murder? Aggravated assault is what you put him on, as well as possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime and possession of a knife during the commission of a crime. And my thing is, he needs to be charged with attempted murder as well. And the good thing is that, they can always up the charges at a later time. But, for him to stab her 37 times, that's very weird. Well, it's not weird when you're a bad man, but what's weird is y'all charging him with aggravated assault when he was intending on killing her. He stabbed the lady 37 times and then shot her in her face. Then shot her in her shoulder. He was intending on killing her. And it sounds like they may have broken up, because when I went over to his social media page, matter of fact, let me get their images up here for people that may not know who they are. Okay, this is the guy Philetto Daniel, and this woman, her name is Letitia Walton. All right, I believe she might be in her 40s. Don't quote me. She might be 50. I remember looking at some pictures of her and I said, oh my gosh, she looks really young. But that would be the guy. Okay. Yeah, so when I was on his page, it seems like he may have been going through a few things. You know how you could kind of tell when people put up subliminal posts or whatever the case is. And, after learning the story, I went and kind of like looked him up and stuff. And I said, oh, she must have broke up with him. All right. Maybe she was trying to move on and he wasn't happy. They try don't. And clearly for a woman to want to move on, you must not be about anything. And that's the crazy part, right? They don't want to be about nothing while you with them. And then when you get ready to leave them, they want to clap you the hell up out of here. It's just crazy, right? So anywho, they go on to say police were called to the complex around 2 p.m., where they found Letitia Walton stabbed 37 times and shot twice, once in the face and once in the shoulder. They said outside they found Daniel. Y'all get this. They're saying Walton's on and off partner. So they've been together for on and off for about 6 years. This man was covered in antifreeze, okay? Covered in antifreeze with zip ties around his neck. So I don't know if he was going to try to play this out like, oh my God, this was a robbery. Somebody tried to rob me and they stabbed her or whatever. So they poured the antifreeze on me and tried to choke me. Like, what the hell was that about, sir? If y'all don't see how all of this is given planned, premeditated, he needs to have his charges upped in my personal, okay? They said his clothes had blood on them. Police later determined the defendant had placed the zip ties on himself, okay? Just absolutely insane. You guys, I don't know if you all have heard about this story, but I definitely wanted to bring this story to you all. We'll get into what the news is saying in just a second, and then we'll get into a statement that her sister gave on her behalf because she could not make it to the courtroom. I believe they were trying to get his bail to be denied, or his bond to be denied. And let's see what else they're saying. They're saying Ferguson said that Walton had asked her to say that Daniel was not the only one to be blamed for this situation, okay? I believe she went on to blame the family member, maybe his mom, for what all took place. But they're saying, according to police testimony, when Walton ended the relationship with Daniel in February of 2024, she took back Daniel's keys to the apartment. Police said on the day of the incident, Daniel was seen by witnesses acting strangely and carrying a bottle of antifreeze around the apartment complex. The 911 call had come from Walton, who pretended to be dead, then locked herself in the apartment unit. Wow, girl, you were up there suffering. She played dead is what it looks like, and then she locked herself in her apartment unit and called the cops. That is... Wow. Further investigation showed Daniel had made purchases, including a chef's knife and antifreeze. Hours prior to the incident, the firearm used was a .22 caliber revolver, which had been reported stolen in Texas. So you stole it in Texas, or at least you got it from somebody else that stole it out of Texas, and then you used it over here. Child, that is just... Listen, let's get into this news. I want us to get into the news story real quick. So let us hop over here and check out what they have to say.
So Whitaker, my co-anchor Phil Scoggins is off tonight. Today, the suspect in a shooting and stabbing case which left a woman injured at Sugar Mill Apartments made his first court appearance. 50-year-old Felito Daniel appeared before Recorder's Court Judge David Ranieri. Daniel is charged with aggravated assault and other crimes. Police were called to a unit at Sugar Mill Apartments off Schaumburg Road on the afternoon of January 17th, where they found Letitia Walton stabbed 37 times and shot twice, once in the face and once in the shoulder. Outside, they found Daniel, Walton's on and off partner of 6 years, covered in antifreeze and with zip ties around his neck, which police say he placed on himself. Police also found Daniel had purchased a chef's knife and antifreeze hours before the incident. Walton is receiving care at Piedmont Columbus Regional. Although she was not well enough to appear in court, her sister spoke for her.
It's true.
Let's get into what her sister had to say.
Tika Ferguson. I am the sister of the victim, Letitia Walton. Through the grace of God, she is still here physically on this earth with us. But due to gruesome, life-altering injuries that she's recovering from, she's not able to be here today. As such, the family and I are here in her place, and we will continue to be here, but I'm speaking on behalf of Letitia and the family. You hear and read about these type of domestic violence situations, and you may sympathize or empathize with those involved, but it never resonates because it's not you nor your loved one. Well, this one hits home, and to some degree, we're all still in a state of shock, even Tisha. People always say after the fact, I never thought that he or she would do something like that. Well, I've always told people that I never put anything past anyone. Some things may be highly unlikely, but they're always possible. It's truly been a nightmare from the moment that I received a call from my nephew screaming, saying that my sister had been stabbed and shot. I truly did not know if my sister was alive or not. Tisha's children are suffering horribly. Her mother, father, her brothers, sisters, aunts, cousins, everybody in the family is suffering due to this senseless act. Most importantly, Tisha is clearly suffering the most. This has affected us in more ways than anyone could ever imagine. Tisha has been affected, but we've all been affected emotionally, mentally, physically, and even financially. People say that time heals all wounds, but our wounds are still open and they have not begun to heal. Every time we think that there's a scab forming over our wounds, it's snatched off again. And even more so in recent days, because Tisha's starting to come to, and she's recounting the horrific events of what occurred to her. It's truly heartbreaking to know what my sister has been through. It truly sounds like a scene from a horror movie. We know everyone is innocent until proven guilty, and we know that Fulton Daniel will have his day in court. We truly respect and trust the judicial system to the fullest. However, during the meantime, we ask that you not grant him bond because my sister is still fearing for her life.
That's right.
This attempt to take her life occurred on January the 17th. However, the torture began way before that time. We're pleading to the court to hold him until his trial date. That at least will allow her to be at ease to some degree while she heals.
That's right.
Knowing that this monster would not have the opportunity to come back and finish the job that he tried to do initially. During the course of this relationship, this man told Letitia and others that she saved his life. So it's disheartening to know that the person who supposedly saved his life is now the person whose life he tried to take so violently.
Right. That's how they be, girl.
Phil did not face Letitia as a man, but instead waited in her house, unsuspecting, in the darkness, and ready to ambush her to take her life. But unbeknownst to him, she had the willpower, the resilience, the tenacity, the love of life, the love of her family, the support of friends, and everything else in her to say that this is not over. After my sister was shot twice and stabbed over 30 times, she without a doubt had to put up for the fight of her life. Letitia wants everyone to know that Phil did not dim her light, nor did he dim her shine. With every breath that she's taken, she's glowing more and more by the day. We hope that Letitia's situation and condition, as well as what we're saying on her behalf, is taken into consideration when making any rulings today, specifically about his bond. Please keep in mind that Fulton Daniel chose this situation.
He sure did.
However, this situation was chosen for Letitia, and that is not fair to her. Lastly, I consulted with Letitia before coming here, and she wanted me to say something specifically. Fulton was not the only one involved in this. His family enabled him. Specifically, Kiki, you played a role in this situation. You should be leading by example. You have grandkids. You're the matriarch of this family, and you're too old. It's time for you to put the bottle down and be the person that you should be.
Oh, not put the
That's all
bottle
I have to
down.
say, so thank you.
Oh, child.
Side.
Not put the bottle down, ma'am. Okay, and be the person that you should be. That's giving one of them messy ass fucking mamas. Okay, girl, that shit got me high. I'm pissed off. All right. Your raggedy ass son. Yep, definitely giving that enabler. I'm talking about she saved his life. The girl saved his life. What was your fucking mama doing? She couldn't save your life. What was your mother doing, sir? That somebody else had to come along and save your life. And while she's over there saving your life, you over there trying to take hers, because obviously she must have had it set up to where your ass felt like you didn't have to do much, okay, within the relationship. And when she got tired of this shit, as she has a right and a choice to get tired and want to move the hell on from you, you get upset. You feel away. This pisses me off because it makes me think about that other lady that was down there at that courthouse. Remember, I believe it was in Griffin, Georgia, last summer, I believe it was, when the woman was trying to leave her husband. I think they may have had 2 or 3 children together. She went to the courthouse, had a restraining order, trying to get a divorce. He shoots her outside of the damn courthouse. Mind you, this also was the same man that was crawling under the woman's house to listen to her conversations. Yeah, just terrible. And they had children together. Of course, his daughters want absolutely nothing to do with him because you have altered their life forever. Like, just trash. I just can't take it. I can't take it. But I'm glad that your ass was caught. And although that woman from Griffin, Georgia did not survive, I'm so glad that Letitia did survive, and she's doing well enough to leave a statement for your raggedy ass mama. And I need them to up his charges, and I need her to continue to get well and to show up in that courtroom, okay, with that head held high when it's time for her to get her full testimony to speak on the entire relationship in a whole, as well as what took place on that day. Okay, I understand it's going to be very difficult for her to get on the stand and say all of that when her time comes, but I hope that she feels encouraged and confident enough to do what she needs to do, so his ass can be held accountable. And honestly, I don't know if they revoked his bail. Let me see. I'm hoping that they did. All right. Okay. Did they say? Okay. Yes, they said Daniel will be held without bond on all counts. His case was bound over to Superior Court. The judge also updated charges to include burglary in the first degree by receiving stolen property. No, you need to upgrade his charges, sir, to attempted murder. Now, is he going to get likely more time for doing aggravated assault versus attempted murder? If that is the case, then okay. But if not, if he's going to get more time for attempted murder, then y'all need to go ahead and attach that. All right. Go ahead, because you ain't no way. Like, this is premeditated. Are y'all? This man snuck in this woman's house. Snuck in her house, stabbed her, ambushed her first, okay? Stabbed the lady 37 times, shot her in the face and in the, shoulder, then poured antifreeze over himself and put zip ties around his neck. Are you okay? You are not, clearly. Definitely crashed out, and he attempted to take her life that day. And I don't know if her child was present or not, or if the child got home and saw it. I'm not sure where the child or the children came into play to see what happened, but I just need to get an update and people letting me know the charges have been upgraded. And when that time comes, if they're not going to upgrade them now, I'm hoping that she's able to send another statement by way of her sister or whoever, requesting and asking the judge to upgrade. And I wish that they would have did it in this statement to ask the judge. I don't know if that judge has the right to do that, but it sounds like he does, because if he updated the charges to burglary, then I feel like if they would have requested attempted murder, he could have potentially updated that as well. But you law people, update me, let me know the reasoning as to why it probably was not listed as attempted murder, but aggravated assault. All right. Leave your thoughts down below. But I wanted to bring that story to you guys really, really quickly. Okay. And we do have another story to get into outside of Georgia. Okay. The person I want us to get into is Khalil Kamal, from my understanding. He is I believe he is the mayor of South Fulton. I want to get into him really quickly. Let me get him up here on the screen, because, girl, the people are investigating this man about his spending, okay? They're saying that the South Fulton City Council has voted to conduct an audit, okay? Let me see. Give me one. Let me make sure. Okay, let me go back to a different article, okay? First of all, they're saying that Mayor Khalid Kamal faces scrutiny over spending $26,000 in South Fulton funds. They're saying Mayor Khalid Kamal is accused of making unauthorized expenditures totaling about $26,000 with his city purchase card, all right, primarily for international travel. All right, they're saying Councilwoman Helen Willis highlights that 112 receipts have not been reconciled or submitted, violating city policy requiring justification within 72 hours of purchase. It makes me think of that other lady. I can't even think of her name. Is she out there in Chicago? Y'all know who I'm talking about, because she stayed getting into it with somebody. I think it was a fight that just happened not too long ago, and her boyfriend got into it with somebody, and she jumped it. Is it Tiffany Hayard or something like that? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Correct me in the comments. But the people have been trying to get her out of office for the longest, and it's been a lot of drama going on. A lot of drama. Tiffany Hayard, let me see, I think that's it, Hayard. Yep, mayor of Dalton. Yes, that woman. There's so much going on, so much arrogance going on over there. The township is still trying to get her kicked the hell out. It looks like they may be having an election. If y'all let that lady get back in office after she done ran amok in the palace and ran up your coins, you deserve whatever. All right. And I wouldn't be surprised considering the fact that y'all put the same person back in office when it came to presidency. So y'all just don't surprise me with anything that you all would do anymore. Okay. But back to Khalid Kamal. All right. Very sketchy behavior. They're saying that he is facing tough questions over some of the spending. Okay, some of the members of the public and at least one council member accused him of making tens of thousands of dollars in unauthorized, purchases. Okay, so he is under scrutiny at this time. He did go on to be questioned, y'all, and I am gonna play his video in just a second because when I tell you it's giving gaslighting. The man is crazy. All right. So so they're saying that the South Fulton City Council has voted to conduct an audit. Now, after he was, after questions were brought up about his spending, they are now going to be auditing him over those $26,000. All right. They did decide to have a meeting where there ended up being a very intense debate amongst them. They're saying council members pointed to the unaccounted expenses, which included a trip to Africa. While the city currently lacks specific policies on international travel, officials emphasize that the city funds cannot be used for personal expenses. Okay. Child, this is crazy here. They're saying Mayor expressed frustration over the situation, saying he was distressed and disappointed that they were tearing each other down, specifically right before the beginning of Black History Month. Child, we're going to have to get into it, all right? We are going to have to get into it, but let me play one of the news videos here. Let me swap over here and we'll get to it, okay?
Mayor of South Fulton faces more tough questions tonight. The city council voted to audit the expenditures of Mayor Khalid Kamal.
The audit comes amid questions about whether he made tens of thousands of dollars in unauthorized expenditures using his city purchase card. Fox 5's Christopher King is live at City Hall where the mayor is under intense scrutiny. Christopher?
That's right, Cordy and Russ, and the mayor is going through the process of legally changing his name to Kobe. In the meantime,
I have to pause, baby, because this is crazy. Not you out here running amok with the city's money, and then now you're deciding to legally change your name to Kobe. That's giving a scammer. And again, that is just my personal. That is definitely giving a piece of a scammer. You're running through the city's money and then now allegedly, but you're not proving it either. However, now you're trying to change your name. Like, oh, girl, that's sketchy behavior.
City council members say it appears he may have spent tens of thousands of dollars, including on a trip overseas. And last night, things at City Hall grew heated.
I am so distressed and disappointed that the blackest city in the United States of America is heading into Black History Month with its all-black council tearing each other down.
Mayor Kobe growing testy as South Fulton City Council members asked him questions about his spending.
It was you who want to sit around and call us the blackest city and say we want to tear each other down.
One council member shot back with her own sharp words.
We're not tearing you down. You took your black behind over to Africa for 20 days and didn't tell anybody.
Mayor Kobe is under the microscope for his expenditures. Some council members say he spent $26,000 in the final quarter of last year on his city-issued purchase card, including a trip to Africa.
There were some concerns about some expenditures that the mayor has made.
City Council at Tuesday night's meeting voted to approve an audit of the mayor's spending. City Councilwoman Linda Pritchett is mayor pro tem.
The city manager has hired an independent auditor to look into this.
Councilwoman Helen Willis at a meeting earlier this month said Mayor Kobe had yet to justify those expenses. She said the mayor had not accounted for 112 receipts. She showed us a transaction list totaling nearly $26,000. We asked Mayor Pro Tem Pritchett about the accusations. Did the mayor make unauthorized purchases?
That has not been determined at this time officially. On its face, it can appear so, but without an explanation from him that would put those expenditures in context, it would just be sheer speculation.
Now, we asked Mayor Kobe numerous times for his side of the story, but so far he has not responded. And in the meantime, Councilwoman Pritchett says the audit could take several months to complete. Excuse me. We asked her, could City Council take action against the mayor? Her answer coming up at 11. We're live at South.
Child, ain't that some messy stuff? Now I want to get into the statement before they like do some chop up. So let me just see what this is over here talking about. Okay, let's wait till this ad runs its course and then we'll get into some things.
Their city council has voted to order an audit on Mayor Khalid Kamou's spending habits, and it's caused quite a stir during last night's meeting.
I am so distressed and disappointed that the blackest city in the United States of America is heading into Black History Month with its all-black council tearing each other down.
It was you who want to sit around and call us the blackest city and say we want to tear each other down. We're not tearing you down. You took your black behind over to Africa for 20 days and didn't tell anybody.
Words there. Council leaders say at the end of last year.
I need to get the full video. I want to see this uninterrupted with the news people, honey. I want to see how they tore into his behind, the way he's sitting over here trying to gaslight these folks, knowing that you done ran through the city's money. Sir, it's within protocol for them to call you out and have questions about things if it's not making sense and you have not produced the receipts to justify said spending, okay? Sitting in the position that you're sitting in, okay? Child, that's crazy. It seems like he might have gone to a piece of the school of Miss Tiffany Henyard, whatever her name is. But hopefully I'll learn more about this situation and what comes of it and whether he's going to be in office by the end of the year, okay? But that's all I got on this particular situation here. Just wanted to bring that to the front because I was really shocked by the fact that he was playing in these people's faces, thinking that we shouldn't come up against each other as black people because Black History Month is on its way, when a lot of the money that y'all do have over there in South Fulton is black folks' money. Excuse me. People riding around with all kind of damn potholes in the ground. And you over here spending their money up on a damn trip and whatever else. You need to be filling up them damn potholes, okay? Getting the grounds repaved. But anyway, good luck. Let us scoot over because I also would like for us to talk about the Grammys, okay? Listen, the Grammys was good last night, okay? The Grammys did a way better job than what they've been doing, and they gave people their things, okay? I want to hear your thoughts about the Grammys. Who performances did you like the best? I'm not really going to get too much on attire because I didn't really pay a whole lot of attention to the attire for real. But who did you think, like, what did you think about the awards and stuff? So y'all make sure y'all leave y'all thoughts below. And I'm going to pull up my list so that, you know, we can get into some things. And it's not a super detailed list. It's just whatever I can remember off the top of my head. And we're going to talk about it, okay? Okay, y'all. So first things first, okay? There was a red carpet, okay, that happened. The Associated Press was interviewing Babyface, y'all. And it's so embarrassing because they were interviewing Babyface and one of the girls ended up kind of like disrespecting. Like, it was super disrespectful. And I just want to make sure that I pull up everything for us to like get into just a tad bit. Cause it's like, girl, not you over there interviewing Babyface. And you know, regardless of who it was, even if it wasn't Babyface, y'all, and it was just like a no-name brand new person that's coming to us that we're unfamiliar with, that's starting to get out here and do their thing. Like, I just feel like how this young lady handled it, it just should not have gone that way, like, at all. And I am going to pull that video up for you guys, okay? So give me just 1 second here and we're gonna get into it. All right, y'all, let's check this out real quick.
Yes, I think it's interesting.
Chapel.
You guys want to do that? Go do that.
So sorry. I'm so sorry. Hello. How's it going, Chapel? Hello. Good. How are you? Oh my gosh.
Yes,
This bitch, like, that like really, like, that pisses me off. And like, just to look, first of all, she looks like Chapel. For a second, I thought this was Chapel that was doing the interview for a second. Just watch the girl in the gray. The first thing she's going to do is lean over to this girl in the black. Now, this video is a tad bit blurry, so I question whether or not the girl in the all black was even having full eye contact with Babyface at the time, right? I'm wondering, were you having eye contact with him or were you looking over at Chapel? Not necessarily sure, all right? But just pay attention to her. And then also notice how she doesn't even apologize once she gets Babyface out of the way.
Yes, I think it's interesting.
Chapel. Chapel.
You guys want to do that? Go do that.
So sorry, baby. I'm so sorry.
And she just laughed. The other girl at least said, so sorry, so sorry. And who called Chapel? I think it was her in the gray.
Chapel. Chapel.
You guys want to do that?
So disrespectful.
I'm so sorry. Hello. How's it going, Chapel? Hello. Good. How are you? Oh my gosh.
Yes, I think.
I just feel
it's
like
interesting,
she shouldn't book another opportunity. I would not say forever. Okay, I'll be honest. I say not forever. Okay, I don't know if this was her first time. It was very unprofessional, but I think she shouldn't book another opportunity for a few award shows, at least for the remainder of the year, in my opinion. Or she should just be in the back or something. But, she's a bit more privileged than others, okay? Something she could get away with that others cannot. And I'm sure we'll be seeing her back on the red carpet in no time. All right? Now, once she did this, she did go on to issue an apology to him, and a lot of people were not really featuring this apology. They just felt like, girl, bye, go away from us with this, okay? You don't give a damn. You didn't give a damn. So whatever, you did what you wanted to do and you showed us who you were. So let's get into what she has to say here.
Kicking us off, but we want to thank you. But first I wanted to say that I'm really sorry about interrupting Babyface earlier. Chapel Roan had come up and there was a lot of commotion as there is on these carpets. But
girl, it was not that much of commotion going on that you could not contain yourself and have a bit of control, okay? You're over here playing in America's face just like you played in Babyface's. And as he was answering the question, this whole extra thing that she was doing with the shoulder and stuff, she was kind of distracting him. He's like, what is she doing? Right? So, yeah, I would have probably did the same thing. Y'all want to do that? Do that. Do that. Because ain't no point in me continuing to stand here and be disrespected. Go do that, right? Chapel. No, ma'am. Disrespectful.
But I'm a big Babyface fan, and
you couldn't be a big Babyface fan. It appears that you are a bigger fan of Chapel, and you fanned the hell out. Okay, that's what it was. You fanned the hell out over Miss Chapel, not fully understanding that you actually have a job to do, and you're representing the Associated Press. Now, I wonder if they're gonna have her back, or if they're gonna just go to let her. She'll probably book another opportunity with somebody else. I wonder how that's gonna play out. Very unprofessional.
As are we all, and so I just wanted to say that I really apologize. But thank you so much for having me, you guys. It's been great.
But thank you so much for having me, you guys. It's been great. Girl, it sounds like they're giving you your walking papers. That's how you sound. That's how you sound, okay? Like this may be your last time. It just might be, okay? We'll never forget you, okay? We'll never forget you. Yikey dikey. So much so that Associated Press also came back and they also gave another apology over to Babyface, and they say, we are deeply sorry for cutting our interview with Babyface short on our YouTube live stream of the Grammys red carpet. We have apologized to him through his representative and to our viewers on the live stream. And I guess, child, it's not really up for me to accept the apology. High key, it's more so up to Babyface and his team. But I will say that I don't believe you. Okay? Teach her manners. Okay? Teach her a bit more professionalism. Good luck. Now, honey, I am a bit surprised. Listen, let me back to Babyface in this situation. Now, I'm not sure what other celebrities may have come out regarding this situation with Babyface, but I thought it was really interesting to see that Miss Khloe Kardashian was one of those people that decided to come to the front about Babyface. Okay, seems like she did not like what took place. So let us go ahead and slide over because I want us to check out what Miss Chloe had to say. So Chloe says, this is so disrespectful how Babyface was treated in this interview. Babyface has had such a significant impact on the music industry in so many ways. It's maddening to see a legend not get the respect and attention they deserve. He is a pioneer and deserves so much better than this. With the decades of groundbreaking work as a songwriter, producer, and performer, he shaped the sound of multiple generations. I love you at Babyface, and I am a forever fan and thankful for all that you have blessed us with. By the way, what a class act you are. P.S. Big or small, old or new, you don't treat people like this. At least not in my eyes. There's a way to handle this, and this was wrong, in my opinion. Okay, now I don't disagree with Miss Chloe, honey. I think that what she said, she was spot on with it. All right. Even though we just gonna keep it on a positive note. I can say that I do agree with what Miss Chloe had to say. All right. You guys can leave your thoughts and comments on that down below. But let's get into more about the Grammys. Okay. So there was like a Grammys pre-show or whatnot where a lot of people ended up winning some awards, and primarily who came to mind, I don't remember everybody, but I remember Chris Brown winning an award for Best R&B Album. And that was a big deal because, you know, Chris Brown hasn't won a Grammys. I think it's been 13 years or so, maybe more, but he hasn't won a Grammy in many of years since the Rihanna situation. Even though he had the Rihanna situation to happen a few years after that, I do believe he ended up winning for Fame, the Fame album that he got. I don't know what else transpired, but Chris did not get any more Grammys up until now. All right, which is interesting. I don't know what he has going on, but I've noticed he's made like some posts and stuff about like his circle. In a sense, I think that he may have even moved from the graffiti home that he once was in. So I don't know what type of changes he's going through. But it seems like he might be, you know, changing his location and changing up a few of the people that he's been rocking with previously. Not all, maybe some, just a little piece or whatnot. And yeah, so Chris Brown won a Grammy. A lot of people were surprised and some people not so surprised. And now people are really wondering whether or not, as he's going into his 20th year of being, you know, an artist and being very successful, despite everything that he has, you know, been through in this industry, people are wondering whether or not they really are going to be getting that 20-year anniversary concert, okay, or tour, shall I say. And now that he's won this Grammy, I mean, I think the chances could be really high for him. So we'll see. All right. But aside from that, somebody else that had a really big, amazing night was Kendrick Lamar, because he also won some awards over at that pre-show where DJ Mustard went to, and he accepted the awards on his behalf. I believe that he may have won 2 there, and then, or maybe 3, and then he went on to win a few more at the actual show where we saw him come out twice. Actually, I feel like he won 3 at the actual show. And I think once Mustard may have went up on the stage for him. I can't recall, but I know Kendrick came out at least twice, okay? And shout out to Kendrick, all right? I think, and listen, he won for They Not Like Us. They Not Like Us. Like, girl, that's a diss song. Didn't Drake win like a Grammy or something for back-to-back? Maybe not. I don't know, but what I do know is that Kendrick Lamar won a lot of them for just one song, okay? Girl, I know Drake's somewhere pissed off. I feel like Drake is likely got on the phone with UMG and cussed him the fuck out yet again. The audacity. You know, I feel like it isn't over for Drake, but I feel like it is at the same time, right? I feel like I cannot believe, and that's probably what it is, right? I think I'm having a hard time fully grasping the fact that, like, Drake just may be over. Like, I cannot believe that I'm witnessing the downfall of Drake, where people are just really not interested, right? That's how I'm feeling. And I do feel like, you know, at the same time, maybe he'll drop a banger and people will be like, okay, yeah, that's snapping. Or are they going to do to Drake what they've done to other people and feel like, oh, this the same old stuff. You're rapping about the same old thing that you always do. There's no growth and you ain't talking about nothing. It's the same flows. You know how they do Lil Baby, Megan and stuff like that. So I don't know. I do feel like there's a chance that he may drop some and he may just blow up and he'll be back right where he was. But then at the same time, with so much of the dislike that I see for him now, it's like, ooh, I don't think people care. I don't think people care for you. He was over in Australia. He was on a pretty small stage over there. So I don't know if that was up intentionally or what. Okay. But it's like, yikes. Not looking good. Now, what's funny is his dad, I think, was at the awards, and afterwards they asked his dad how he felt about Kendrick winning Grammys for the diss song. And Drake's dad was like, I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I don't fuck with that. And it's like, well, then I guess you should have known they were going to ask you. I mean, sir, you did go to the Grammys where you knew your son wasn't nominated for anything, but his nemesis was. So, yikes. But anywho, he said he don't care. So, that's that. All right. But congratulations to Kendrick Lamar doing his thing. All right. He won 5 awards. I know he got like record of the year for sure. And I can't remember what the other ones were, but it don't matter because he got 5 Grammys, Sonny, for one song. For one song, as we get ready to go into the Super Bowl, and he's going to be doing the halftime performance at the damn Super Bowl, girl. And you will be a fool to think Not Like Us isn't gonna play. Like, it has to play. Okay, so whatever award Drake thought that he was going to win on, you know, that whole situation with Spotify and stuff and the Kendrick, it's not gonna matter. Like, he's gonna go on to perform that for sure. And I had a little idea for him, too. I feel like he should have teased it. And I think I talked about it with the Ladies First panel where I was like, he should do like a dun-dun-dun-dun, but then spin it to another song. And then as he's transitioning, just play the dun-dun-dun-dun and just get people hype. You know what I'm saying? Until probably towards the end when he gets ready to do the dun-dun-dun-dun, they not like us. You know, it just goes crazy. But I think it's going to be a great time. Whatever it is he decides, he had an amazing performance when he did the Super Bowl with Dr. Dre. So I could just imagine what he's finna give us when the show is all about him. Like, I think it's going to be so dope. And I'm excited. Get me hyped up for this concert. Yes, Kendrick, I'm here for it. Love it down. Love it down. Next up, Cardi B. She came out. She presented the award for Best Rap Album, and y'all know who won. Let me tell y'all, I was a little nervous. Okay, I was a little nervous. I feel like Doechii was probably the only woman in the category, actually, but I think J. Cole was in it, Eminem was in it, Doechii was in it, and I think Future and Metro Boomin were in it, and I feel like it could have been one more person, but I knew Future and Metro was not going to get it at all. J. Cole, hasn't been much conversation about J. Cole, but when I think about it, Doechii has been a pretty hot topic with her mixtape, and they still submitted the mixtape as a album, and also Eminem, when he dropped his, I was like, oh, dang, I feel like Eminem is going to get it, and I was like, well, if he don't get it, then it's going to be Doechii, because I don't see... Like, it wouldn't make sense. And so Doechii got it. And I was so happy for her, y'all. I was so happy for Doechii. Like, Doechii been doing her fucking thing, okay? She has been doing her thing, the Swamp Princess, okay, from Tampa. I love the speech that she gave. It was like, I don't know. I don't know. When Doechii get ready to do her thing, I be getting like chills for some reason. She dope. She dope. She's dope. You know what I'm saying? And I'm loving all of the darkness of it, okay? And I'm talking about the complexion. I absolutely, like, eat them up, girl, okay? Eat them up. Be authentically you. I love every bit of it. And she received that award from Cardi B, you know? So I believe in the Best Rap Album. I think they are the only 3, Lauryn Hill, Cardi B, and now Doechii. Like, I think that's a big deal to me. Her speech was amazing. She looks just like her mama. So beautiful. I love that for her. Like, I feel like Doechii has been having she's been on the rise for a minute, for sure. But I feel like she has had a really good year last year. I really, really do. And it seems like she's been so ready, y'all. And I think that she's going to be opening up for Kendrick and SZA. It just makes sense to me. I know the Breakfast Club was trying to get it out of her and she would never say it. But I've been said it. As soon as they announced it, I was like, watch, they're probably going to get Doechii to open up for them. And, you know, that's been a question, but we don't know. But I feel like TDE would be a fool to not have her open up in some capacity for these large artists. And I feel like, speaking of TDE, they've been on a rise for a minute because you had SZA, who drops her SOS project. And when I tell you, Snooze stayed on the charts for over a year. She had a great tour. And I hate that I missed, I don't know what the hell I had going on, but I missed it. And I just really hate that. And when she did the second leg, she did not come to Atlanta, and I felt the way about it. But anywho, girl, whatever. Okay, whatever. But anywho, yeah, so they were doing good with SZA. And then the next year, what happens? You have Kendrick dropping that song with Like This with a Future. And then him beefing with Drake and then dropping one of the biggest songs of the year. And then here it is, SZA still doing her damn thing. She just did a movie with Keke Palmer. And now her and Kendrick are going on tour together. And in the midst of all of that, their next artist that's on the rise is Miss Doechii. And I love it for them. I love it for them. Like, these are some, like, I love that. Like, SZA is that girl to me. Love her vocals down. And then when I think about the artist-wise, like, when I think about how they rap, like, I love it. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody... I'm here for it. But anywho, congratulations to Doechii. Congratulations to Kendrick. Congratulations to TDE, because they've been doing it. Zing, and it's litty, period, okay? And once upon a time, it was Young Money. And right now, it's TDE. Anywho, Beyonce. Let's talk about Miss Beyonce. Beyonce Cardinals. Beyonce Giselle Cardinals. Let me tell y'all. Miss Ma'am finna drop this concert. Okay, y'all know she pushed it back because of the fires and stuff like that. And then she kind of like did a soft announce, I think on the 1st of February or the 2nd, one of the two. And then now here we are at the Grammys, okay? And she dropped even more, and we'll get into that in just a second. But aside from that, okay, Beyonce won Best Country Album. When I tell you, when Beyonce came in, you know, they showed Beyonce coming in and getting the seat fillers out of the way so that, you know, the Carter family can sit down. She came in with her husband as well as her daughter Blue Sky and stuff. I'm sorry, not Blue Sky. I'm sorry. That's an app child, but Blue Ivy. So came in with her daughter and they sitting down and stuff. And I think Beyonce, her reaction was complete surprise, but I think it was two things. I think it was one, she just sat her ass down. Okay, they had literally just got in their seats by the time they were getting ready to announce the next award. I don't even think but Beyonce got comfortable in her seat good enough before they made the announcement for Best Country Album that she won. Okay, I think she was just getting comfortable in her like, wait a minute, what? Did she say my name? Why the hell is everybody standing up? It was so funny to me. Beyonce was so shocked. Her own daughter had to say, yes, get up. Like, her daughter said it. Like, why not you? Like, of course it's you, mama. Like, get up. Love that down. Love that moment. Beyonce was so surprised, so shook. Like, wait. It was funny because she was like, huh? And she looked around. You know, Beyonce don't often be surprised when she win awards for real. Right? But I don't even know if she was ever nominated for the CMAs, but I don't believe she won any CMA awards, right? So for you to come to the Grammys and to win Best Country Album, it's like, girl, what the fuck? What y'all standing up for? What they doing? What y'all clapping? Okay, they said my name. Y'all talking about me? This Beyonce hollering. Loved her reaction. She got up there on that stage. You could tell she was fighting back tears. Jay-Z's over there clapping. He's fighting back tears as well. And you know, congratulations to the people. You know, I think some of the fans may have thought with the allegations and stuff out there about Jay-Z that could also, you know, affect Beyonce and possibly hinder her getting any Grammys or anything like that. And I feel like her winning those Grammys was also giving a slick F you to the allegations that were out there. Okay, like F you, regardless of what you're saying about, you know, I mean, hell, the NFL already did that, okay, by keeping Jay-Z around. And then with the Grammys, it's like F you, whatever you're saying about her husband, we could care less because this is a talented woman, has nothing to do with her, which I agree. And listen, we're going to give her this award because that's what we want to do, and that's what we're going to do, and that's what it is. Now, some people said that the country white girls are upset. They said that people were upset. I don't know, okay? I don't know if they were upset or not, or happy, or felt like, you know what, she should get it, or if they felt like, she only got it because she's a black girl doing something different, or if they may have felt like, I mean, hell, she's Beyonce. I don't know how they felt, but a win is a win. A win is a win, okay? And a win in that category for this woman is awesome, because now the other black artists that are in that realm in that genre, you know what I'm saying? It makes the women, they just like even that much more hopeful that it can happen for them too. So I love that for Beyonce. She also went on to win Album of the Year. Now, I wasn't surprised when she won, because I'm like, y'all done get her country album. And I looked at the list and stuff, and I said, oh, Chappelle Roan, she not finna get nothing else. After what she said earlier that night, I said she not finna win nothing else. Okay? Now, I wasn't sure with Sabrina Carpenter. I was not sure. All right. But I'm like, I would say maybe Sabrina, if not Sabrina. I really didn't think it would be Taylor. I said, okay, we tired of Taylor at this point. I don't think Taylor got a single Grammy that night. Maybe she did in the premiere, like the pre-show. I can't remember. But I'm like, okay, I think the people might be like, okay, Taylor, sit down, girl. Sit down for right now. And yeah. Beyonce got Album of the Year. She was very happy. You could tell when she was doing her interviews and when she was talking on stage, her voice was like more crackier than, crackling more than what it has. And I'm like, yeah, she's probably going to be pretty emotional about that, And then I also question and wonder if she feels like, I hope she doesn't. But y'all remember last year, Jay-Z gave that speech on the stage. Pretty much like, give my wife her damn things, okay? We show up for y'all, we do this, and why my wife ain't got her things, as he should. But then I wonder if she may be like, oh, that's the only reason why I got it, because he said this or that, okay? Hopefully she doesn't think that, because I think the album was pretty good, all right? I liked it. I know some people are like, no, I like Renaissance over Cowboy Carter. I like Cowboy Carter over Renaissance, but that's just me. Both projects were great, and that's just that. That's just that. So Miss Ma'am won. I was super happy for her. I'm glad her daughter got to witness that. When she hugged her daughter, you could tell Blue Ivy said, Mommy, can I walk with you on stage or whatever? And because Beyonce responded to her and said, of course. And I said, oh, she must have asked her mom if she can escort her on stage or walk with her on stage. And it was just a beautiful moment. So I was really happy. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I kind of teared up for her because this lady has worked hard. Despite anything advocating her husband may have done, like, aside from that, like, that lady worked a great amount of her career on her own. Like, I'm talking about the stuff Beyonce put herself through for her work. Jesus, should have been got it. Should have been got it. And I'm super happy for her. At one point in the show, there were like performances leading up to, I guess, like Best New Artist or whatnot. And it was Benson Boone. You had Doechii. They went from Doechii to Teddy Swims, from Teddy Swims to Shaboozey, from Shaboozey to Ray. BITCH. When I tell you that entire segment ate down, the way they went from this artist to that Benson Boone. He was just sitting at the table chilling, girl. I didn't even know that man had a mic on him. Popped up with the mic, snatched off the damn tuxedo in his all blue outfit, honey. Flipping off the damn piano, okay, to doing some type of twist, flip in the air. I'm like, girl, if y'all don't get this man a motherfucking Puma deal, the way he around here jumping around like a Puma, listen. Okay, the vocals I liked. Okay, I enjoyed his vocals. I thought he did a great job. I'm like, okay, I see it. Do your thing. Doechii came out there going fucking crazy. A highlight for me was her bringing the DJ girl out. I don't know why it made me think of like Busta Rhymes when Busta Rhymes would hit the stage with that other guy. I can't think of his name. They would be on the stage together. But I don't know if that other guy was like a DJ or just more so a hype man. But I was thinking of them as I was seeing her and the girl up there on stage and stuff like that. Like, Doechii ate that. Girl, listen. Ate it up. Body is for sure tea. Like, just went in. Girl, from her to Teddy Swims, I said, oh, baby, Teddy said he got something to prove too. Like, y'all not finna fucking play with me. Okay? I'm still hearing his song I'm still hearing him sing all night, all day. That's all I've been hearing was Teddy, girl. When I saw those grills, I said, Teddy, you cutting up. Teddy said, you gonna see me tonight. Didn't even know he was from Conyers, Georgia. I was like, well, okay then. Conyers, come on, Conyers, honey. Here for it. Went to Shaboozey up there killing it, doing his motherfucking thing. Like, it was great. I love to see the people stand up for him. Like, he did a great job as well. And then they got to Ray. And I'm so sorry, Ray. I didn't know who you were. I know who you are now. The vocals were extremely disrespectful. Okay? The mic was all the way on. All the way on. From my understanding, she identifies as black. So I think she might be mixed, but she identifies as black. They say, I think she's from London too. So I'm like, go ahead, Miss Ray, because you would stop playing on that day. I was here for it. I said, okay, this whole section I loved. Y'all make sure y'all keep this when it comes to the new artists. I like it to flow just like that. as long as the music's good. Like, they did a great job. Sabrina Carpenter looked so cute. And I'm like, yo, I didn't even know she was a singer. I had been hearing her song, but I didn't put the face with the name. And when I saw her, I said, wait, that's an actress. I'm like, that girl acts. I've seen her in some stuff. Like, she acts. And then I'm like, when the hell did she become a singer? So this is her song that I've been hearing? Like, what the hell? Super cute. Loved her little performance, acting clumsy and everything. Like, she did great. I can't remember which award she won, though, because she did win something, and that was good. That was good. Chappelle Roan. I like Chappelle Roan's song as well, too, because I've heard that before. Mama, I heard that song before as well, but I didn't know who she was. This is my first time like actually seeing her hearing her or whatever as far as the performance. But she said something in her speech that I really appreciate her calling out. She's like, we make this industry millions and billions of dollars or whatever, and the least they could do is look out for us like we look out for them. I said BITCH. I know you're right. The least they can do is offer y'all some type of livable wage, okay? But y'all make so much money. What does that livable wage really look like? When do y'all get paid? But she's right, because there are so many artists that go on to do their thing, and then years later, they ain't got shit to show for it, or whatever the case is. Like, I just feel like the industry is really set up kind of like a loan company in a sense, where they'll give you so much as an advance, and then they'll start billing so many things to you, and you got to pay all of that shit back. Like, you just, Anywho, I mean, but they also have the connections. They have the producers, They have a few things that you may not be able to get as an independent artist. But aside from that, she wasn't wrong with telling them, like, yo, livable wages as well as at least some health insurance for everybody. Like, she not lying. When I tell you people stood up, they clapped. Some people were teary-eyed because what she said was not wrong. But I said, oh, girl. Now, although I do feel like you're a person that has the privilege to say that, I also feel like they may be on your head top because they ain't gonna like the fact that you sat up there and said that. So we'll see. Now I kind of want to watch your career a little more closely, Miss Chappelle Roan, okay? To see how these people finna sit up here and try you because you was pretty outspoken and you hit the head on the nail when it comes to that, okay? Will Smith. Will Smith was a part of the Quincy Jones tribute. I was glad to see Will Smith because y'all know they banned him from the Oscars. And I said, not him being banned from the Oscars, but then over here on the Grammys, we love to see it. We love to see it. In my personal, we love to see it. But, it was for Quincy Jones. So I feel like it only made sense. Granted, they could have gotten a lot of people connected to Quincy, but they specifically went and got Will Smith, and I appreciate it. Now, speaking of they could have got a lot of people, in my personal, they could have got somebody else to do the Michael Jackson song. Janelle Monáe looked absolutely beautiful, but girl, that performance for Michael Jackson, disrespectful. I'm not going to do it. No. I put a tweet out, and I was like, hey, guys, am I wrong, or is it bad that I feel like Neo would have did a better job with this if he was in his right mind? I feel like Neo would have did a better performance and vocals and all than Janelle Monáe. Okay, and some people was like, Jami, please. Y'all have been hitting me with the Jami, please all damn weekend. From the tweet I put up about Karen Huger, or at least for Black History Month, you are poor and white. I'm hollering, okay? Y'all have been killing me with the Jami, please, honey. But I'm like, for real, like, maybe I'm the one that's not in my right mind. And that's okay. Just let me know if I'm not in my right mind, okay? But some people were feeling me. Some people was like, nah, you're right, okay? He definitely would have held a note better than what Janelle is doing in this moment. Hollering, okay? They could have chose someone else, okay? Period. Cynthia Erivo came out. She did a phenomenal job. Hello? Phenomenal, girl. She ate that up. But people on Twitter were like, oh, so y'all gonna let her sing and distract y'all from the shit she said about African Americans and blacks or something like that, they said. And I was like, huh? I don't know anything that she said about black people. I am so unaware. I don't know what, clue me in, because I didn't know nothing that she said. All right. So it ain't really distracted me. However, the vocals was on point. So shout out to her. But anywho, overall, I definitely enjoyed the Grammys much better this season this year than I did last year. And I also felt like I liked the performances more. I feel like typically I don't really feature their performances, don't really like them, but there were an equal amount of performances that I liked that were not typically R&B or rap or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. I was like, okay, I'm here for it. Good job. Good job. Beyonce, okay, as we're speaking on Beyonce, all right, we'll wrap that up, but y'all leave y'all thoughts and comments down below on the Grammys, okay? Now, Beyonce, we got to talk about the fact that Beyonce has announced that she, again, is going on tour, and guess what? It's only giving 8 cities, bitch, okay? So you better figure out how you're going to get there. That is not my problem if you cannot make it there, she says, okay? That is on you. Do what you do. So it looks like she's going to be at Los Angeles, Chicago, London, New York, Paris. It looks like, is this Houston, Washington, D.C., Atlanta, and Las Vegas. I thought she wasn't going to Houston, but it looks like she is going to be going to Houston, and yeah, that's gonna be real interesting. Now I think she might be doing multiple dates in those cities, like Atlanta. I think they may have 2 dates, like a Thursday and a Friday. I don't know if she's gonna try to add more dates at a later time, depending on how things go. But Beyonce said, you just not gonna overwork me this time, all right, because I have to get to Carter 3. All right, I have got to get to the next phase of Carter. So y'all gonna have to be okay with where we are, all right? So get there or be square, honey. So y'all let me know if you guys are planning on being in attendance. I do feel like the price just went up. Miss Ma'am won album of the year and country album. I said, girl, they finna add another $50, another $50 to $75 to the tickets. Now I got me a really cute ticket. Last time for Renaissance, I feel like it was like 150 something. I can't remember, but it was cute. It was like a cute, and it was a cute section too. Okay. I'm short, so I don't really care to be on the floor like I used to. But y'all like to see an experience, so it is given, section 100. Okay, and shout out to them because they looked out. Now we don't know what they're gonna do this year, but we shall see. All right, leave your thoughts and comments down below about everything that we talked about today regarding the Grammys, regarding the unfortunate situation out in Columbus, Georgia, with Letitia Walton, who unfortunately was stabbed 37 times and shot twice, and also leave your thoughts about the South Fulton mayor running through the people's coins, okay? Leave your thoughts and comments down below. I'm Jami, that's me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos. You can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jami, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.
Tell him I preach to the choir. Stand with my feet to the fire. Give all the glory to God. Stand in the midst of these haters, I'm silent, nobody can stop me. Just gotta check in my notification, them numbers hit like it's a surprise.